2 3
एक सेकंड।
चुनाव के रुझान आने शुरू हो गए हैं, आपको क्या लगता है कि किस तरीके से आप लोग आगे बढ़ेंगे?
देखिए काउंटिंग का इंतजार है और परिणाम तो अच्छे आना है और जो जनता का विश्वास सबको मानना ही है, स्वीकार करना है जनता का निर्णय।
अखिलेश यादव आखिर में अचानक ये कहने लगे कि वो बसपा के साथ जा सकते हैं, किस बात का डर उनको सताने लगा? क्या आप लोगों को बड़े स्तर पर शामिल नहीं किया प्रचार प्रसार में, इसकी वजह से डर है उनको?
काउंटिंग का इंतजार करो, काउंटिंग का इंतजार है।
अपनी सीट के बारे में क्या लगता है?
देखिए हमारी तो बड़ी जीत होनी है। जनता ने जितना हमें वोट दिया है और जोश भी था हमारे चुनाव में और हमेशा जनता ने हमें जिताया है, फिर जिताएगी।
जिस गठबंधन को लेकर के आप सवाल उठाते रहे हैं वो गठबंधन हुआ, लेकिन एग्जिट पोल में वैसा कोई परफॉर्मेंस नहीं दिखाई पड़ा। अब तो नतीजे आ रहे हैं, अखिलेश अचानक वो डर क्यों रहे हैं कि हम उनको वो बसपा के साथ चले जाएंगे?
अब इंतजार करो, थोड़ा सा इंतजार करो।
थैंक यू सो मच। थैंक यू।
That was Shivpal Singh Yadav. He could be important once results do actually come out. Let's now go to our screen wizard, Rishabh Gulati, joining us right now with all the early trends coming in. Rishabh, these are mostly western and southern Uttar Pradesh postal ballots first. Let's do a walkthrough.
Yeah, like you said, postal ballots get counted first, but the screen is lighting up all around you. Like I said, on the top of your screen, the early trends are coming in from mostly western and southern UP. I'll be getting you them region-wise and constituency-wise next, but let's just set it up. The early lead is for the BJP in very early trends. The Samajwadi Party at 26, the BSP at 17, others clocking in 1. That would be, of course, the RLD and the rest. This is what UP is looking at right now. Let's quickly have a look at Punjab. Punjab, very interesting figures coming our way because already a few, you've seen a big jump up and down for the SAD from 7 down to 3. This is how fast the numbers are changing. The Congress and AAP, this is going on expected lines, neck to neck, and hopefully this is going to stay. Goa up next. Again, the tally is open in Goa with the counting. We understand, excuse me, the Chief Minister's constituency has been counted or is being counted first. We are waiting for those trends to get updated from there. One, I think, is in Uttarakhand, quickly across to that state, where again a couple of trends are already in from that state. This is what it's looking like. BJP, Congress, 1 each. This is expected to hold perhaps, and with the BJP at an advantage as per our predictions. We'll have to see what actually happens in about an hour's time. And finally, the one state where the battle is on, which is become a tripartite battle with the BJP and the Congress predicted to go either one way or the other. Again, is neck to neck in Manipur.
All right. Thank you, Rishabh. We'll get back to you in just a bit. Quickly, reaction starting from Virendra Kapoor. Early trends indicate the BJP is slightly ahead, 35, 26, 17. It's reading out according to script. But these are early trends.
Reflects what the exit polls were showing.
Early trends, very early to call right now.
Probably this is all based on the postal ballots.
Postal ballots and some parts of Western and Southern Uttar Pradesh. There's a lot more to be covered.
It's too early to say anything.
Zafar Sarishwala, do you think these early trends indicate perhaps that the exit polls might just hold? I know that's a loaded question, but anyway.
No, I think, as you also said, these trends are about ballots and all that. So I think it is too early. We should wait still an hour. That would be the
Service people's
the trend will start.
No, I was actually looking at Punjab and I was thinking we could go to Javeed and Atishi on that. It's really neck and neck for the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party, and that's the one place where I broadly agreed with the direction of the exit polls. Uttar Pradesh, I have my reservations totally, which I put on record. But Punjab, this neck and neck battle, and let's just bring in Atishi and Javeed and then maybe we can open it up. Atishi, in case the Aam Aadmi Party falls short, who could you do business with in Punjab to form the government? Because you could fall short by a few seats, as could the Congress. Is there any chance that both of you could do business with each other as you have previously done in Delhi at one point?
But first of all, I think that these are very early trends.
Of course,
For the first hour or so, we all see postal ballots, which are not indicative trends. I think that, I still stand by the position that I don't think Aam Aadmi Party is going to fall short of a majority. I think we are going to come in with a very clear majority. We are going to single-handedly form the government. And there is absolutely no question and no need will arise for any discussion, any conversation with any other party.
Javeed, would you like to comment on the same question here? Do you think you've done enough, Javeed Shergill, in Punjab to pull it just right under the noses of the Aam Aadmi Party? They seem to be the party of disruption, and many voters who believe in Punjab that voting for the Congress Party, even if it is Amrinder that is your face right now, would be voting for status quo, just a different party.
And will you agree to a tie-up with the Aam Aadmi Party if it's so neck and neck?
Yes.
Firstly, to answer Barkha's question, and other than your and the lady thereafter, I think I was campaigning in Punjab for a month. One thing I'm sure, that the Congress is the only party which could remove the Kale Badal from Punjab. It's been raining and the rain gods are smiling upon us. And I've been hearing all the Aam Aadmi Party spokespersons very confidently, Gujarat, this, that, after that. I think you've heard of a movie, Bhag Milka Bhag. After the verdict is out, it's going to be a Bhag Kejriwal Bhag from Punjab. And that is a clear verdict. People will reject their anti-establishment style of politics. Punjab has paid a very heavy price for Akali and BJP combined. People of Punjab were in no mood to experiment this time, and Congress is the only option. Look where Punjab was from 2002 to 2007. We featured in the top 5 states, and today we are not even in the top 15. So people have seen our track record, and we're going to be back with the flying colors in Punjab. And as far as tie-up with the Aam Aadmi Party is concerned, once bitten, twice shy. We did that in Delhi. There is no question of a tie-up with Aam Aadmi Party. I think they will play the role of an opponent and opposition this time around.
Are you doing enough in Malwa? Javeed is my question. I know you've done decently well in Doaba. Amrinder, of course, has a lot of appeal there. But Aam Aadmi Party, rural Punjab, jhadu chalani hai. That's what we got from our reports and our reporters who went in.
Atar, of course, there's a strong media speculation about Aam Aadmi Party Malwa में झाड़ू चलाएगा, पर मुझे लगता है ये झाड़ू के वहाँ भी तीले हो जाएंगे. Presuming and on a dimmer, let's say they do well in Malwa, but that's not a clear will take them to the finishing line, because don't forget, in 2007 Congress did very well in Malwa, still we lost the entire election. I think we have a presence equally in all the 3 areas. And we will do very well in urban and as far as rural Malwa is concerned. And Captain Amrinder Singh will give us all a very good birthday gift.
Hartosh, then Priya.
I think if we are going by what we are seeing in the early trends, I think we are at the moment no reason to believe that the UP results are going to be very different from the exit polls. Postal ballots should in any case give the BJP a greater edge than the later polls. Right. So we are settling down to somewhere near the halfway mark, but of course it's too early to say. Punjab is where things will get interesting because it's changing a lot. I don't think we can say anything at the moment. Yeah. But I think UP at the moment, since you're getting larger numbers, it seems to be settling down around the lower range of the exit polls, but it's too early.
Is the Congress underestimating the AAP in Punjab?
No, I don't think when you talk to them personally, at a personal level, they are underestimating them at all. What they say here on the channel is another thing at all. I think they really know how much the AAP has dented them in certain areas.
Just pointing out, the leads have also shifted in the last couple of minutes, showing Congress leading now in Punjab.
16-5, that's a big gap.
It's going up and down a lot, so it's...
I have a question.
For Javeed?
For Mr. Verma.
Okay, Mr. Verma, yes. Interesting. This should be interesting. Go ahead.
Mr. Verma, I mean, you as a senior journalist, I mean, the phrase which you used was very appalling. You are saying that Sachar committee is a reflection of appeasement.
So that's what he said. I picked up on that. I wanted to move away from that. I think that'll lead into our time. That'll lead into our time.
No, please.
That'll lead into our time.
This is a reflection of Muslims' deprivation.
We can speak about this after the election results.
If it would have been appeasement, Muslims wouldn't have been at this position.
We can speak about this. I promise we will speak about this after the election results are out. This will lead into our analysis time. I request you not to. No, Sudesh, hold on. We are not talking about the Sachar committee on the day when 2019 lineup will be finalized. No, please. One second.
It was indictment of the opposition.
No, you said a policy adopted I picked up on it, but I don't want this to get into my time. Please. Priya, let's get back to Punjab.
Let's get back to Punjab and the lead that the Congress has suddenly picked up, 16 ahead, as you can see on our screen. Which is what is very interesting is actually, what these are campaigns that are fought on faces, on personality oriented. BJP did not have a face, CM face in UP, but Prime Minister Modi was there. So what I find interesting is that here Captain Amrinder and the Congress is ahead, which shows that there was a certain quiet confidence in the Congress at the end of the campaign. In the middle, they were really shaken up, I think, but towards the end, I spoke to Apna Amrinder also and his team. They said we may have the edge. So let's see if that really works.
All right, very quickly then, Barkha, we'll take a look at the numbers on the top of our screen. We'll get Rishabh in just a bit to indicate exactly where these trends are coming from. 44, 29, 15, 1. It's a big gap right now. The BJP always does. We saw quickly then, Barkha, we'll take a look at the numbers on the top of our screen. We'll get Rishabh in just a bit to indicate exactly where these trends are coming from. 44, 29, 15, 1. It's a big gap right now. The BJP always does. We saw this in Bihar. They got the initial early edge there. But these are very early trends. Again, I will point that out. But it looks like there is some sort of a gap between the SP and the BJP.
Well, at the moment, the broad numbers, and I mean, we'll wait for Rishabh to update this, are mirroring the broad trend of the exit polls on all the states, frankly. So, for all of us who are being a little skeptical, who knows? Let's see. But Punjab, in fact, is right now, at this moment, not as a neck and neck, but these are very, very early numbers. I don't want to make any conclusion.
And we have Rishabh back with us right now.
Based on this, maybe Rishabh can take us through the numbers. I think that would be the most useful
I
thing
believe
right
Rishabh
now.
has exactly some information on where these results are coming from. I mean,
let's just quickly get a map on our screens so that we get an indication. I said, of course, where all these results are coming from. These are the initial few which we've got constituency-wise from our reporters where the leads are. Have a look at this. The saffron 2 for the BJP. This is, of course, happening in the upper Doab. The green ones are for the Samajwadi Party, which they are clearly getting from the central part of UP. You see 1 green here, 2 for the Congress have gone, and 2 for the others in the extreme east of Purvachal. So this is the early trend as far as the map of UP is looking constituency-wise from the initial results we've gotten from our reporters who are at the poll booths. Arthur.
Very, very interesting, very interesting. Now, Western UP, some parts of Upper Doab. I want the panel to look at the bottom part of our screen right now. Early trends indicate that Mukhtar Ansari is leading in Mau. Now, that was expected. There's no surprise there. There is absolutely no surprise there. But that became an issue during the campaign as well. And Priya and Mr. Vora, I'd like you to come in with Mr. Nagpur as well.
I have seen that area.
The whole comment, the whole comment about Yahan bhi Khuda, Wahan bhi Khuda was directed at one Ansari and then the other Don who was aligned with the Mayawati as well. Now, that was very clear, Mr. Vora there as well. Atiq Ansari, I think. Atiq Ahmed as well. So, do you think Western UP, because this is Western UP right now, we shouldn't be surprised, the BSP must be doing well.
This is Eastern.
Mau is Eastern UP, I beg your pardon. So, but the results we get, I mean the leads we're getting are from Western UP right now. We do know that Mukhtar is leading in Mau. There's no surprise there.
No, for Western UP, these leads are, very surprising because BJP was not expected to do well because the Jats who had, sided with the BJP in 2014 had abandoned the party this time.
If this is true, then the Jats have actually returned to the BJP
despite
all the noise.
We spoke about yesterday, yes.
Yeah.
I think we have, yes. Go ahead.
No, I mean, therefore, it is very, very significant and if BJP wins Western UP, then it will have, it will be doing better than what most people expect.
Then the exit poll picked up on what really happened.
Whoever wins Western UP kind of wins
gets the momentum for the rest.
And gets
We've spoken to an Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson right now, former journalist himself. Ashutosh is projecting confidence, I'm being told. This is an exclusive right now with NewsX. Take a look at this.
Sense, why are you here today? How will you be monitoring the results? Give us some more detail.
See, Aam Aadmi Party is very confident about winning Punjab and doing very well in Goa. And I think whatever the results comes today, it will be groundbreaking for the Indian politics. And the new kind of politics which has made inroads into Punjab, Goa and in Delhi will be seen in other states also.
The trends, I mean, the exit polls have been showing neck to neck between the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party.
Now there is no point in discussing exit polls and opinion polls because the results are going to be out in a few minutes. So let's wait for that.
Are you planning to head to Punjab? What is the plan for the leaders?
Whatever the party decides, we'll do that.
And of course, there's a lot at stake because if you lose, then you'll be restricted to Delhi.
Yes. Let me tell you again, now there is no point in speculating and hypothetically getting to any results. The results will be out, so let's wait for that. I'm confident we'll form government in Punjab and we'll do very well in Goa.
Hung assembly, you've done it before. Would you consider joining with another party?
Absolutely no chance. We will not support anybody.
And last question, what about Goa?
That's what I'm saying. In Goa, we won't support anybody. We are very confident about forming government in Punjab and doing very well in Goa.
Well, that's Ashutosh of the Aam Aadmi Party, saying that the AAP is confident of a win in Punjab. When asked a question about a hung assembly and the possibility of them joining with another party, he's ruled that out. With video journalist Avinash, Vanna Sebastian for NewsX in New Delhi.
The party is at 10 right now. These are early trends, remember, coming in from Punjab. Too early to say anything, but Sudesh Verma is still with us, Atishi Marlina as well. If you see the bottom half of your screen right now, we're getting the big names that are fighting for their political fate today. Rita Bahuguna Joshi leading in Lucknow. I believe one of the constituencies in Lucknow. She's leading. Early trends, of course, indicate that she was... Fascinating contest there. Do you believe Rita Bahuguna Joshi's decision just to switch sides before the big UP election is going to...
Seems like she's on the winning side.
She went to the temple early also. That's also perhaps...
Look, she's a popular local politician. Aparna Yadav till the very end was seen to be the other faction of the Yadav Parivar. For a long time it was not clear whether Akhilesh would come and campaign for her or not. He did eventually come, but please remember her mother-in-law Sadhana Gupta went on record to criticize Akhilesh Yadav and say that her husband Mulayam Singh Yadav had been disrespected. So those family fissures have not healed.
In fact, now also she criticized.
After the election.
After the election also she criticized.
But I would expect Rita Bahuguna to do well.
I would also expect her to do well.
And I think, in fact, I would say all the urban seats will go to BJP.
I think we're also going to put up very soon graphic for Uttarakhand. I believe the earliest trends indicate the BJP has started well in Uttarakhand. But again, I will say these are very early trends right now. It's going to be a long day, but it's going to be a fun day. I can imagine that you'd stick around for that. Before we take a break, we'll get in quick word from, I think Javeed is not with us, but Atishi is, and as is Tariq Siddiqui. Quickly then to Tariq Siddiqui. Mr. Siddiqui, early trends indicate in UP, and this is mostly western and southern UP, also a lot of postal ballots. There's a huge gap right now. I concede these are very early trends. We cannot really predict the outcome of the election or even indicative trends by these numbers on our screens. But are you at all concerned that your internal assessment, 190 plus, is not going to be the reality today? You might end up losing more seats than you had imagined, and that's something you failed to pick up, and the Congress held you back.
And initially the understanding is the RSS or cadre vote, they usually line up at 7 o'clock and start casting in favor of Lotus. So I think the early trend, if BJP is little ahead, I have got no concern. I'm sure in half an hour, 1 hour's time, things will reverse. I want to get back to the Sudesh ji. I mean, it looks very good when they talk about the concern of BJP about the youth of 60%, 65%, and then Sachar committee. But in the real sense, in the three-phase, Modi ji has played a role of entertainer, and he was just talking about the how एक लड़का से बाप परेशान, एक से माँ परेशान, दोनों से हम परेशान. And 19, when he realized things are going out of his hand, he has converted the entire politics on the communal line. He started talking about the Bijli divided Ramzan and Diwali. So what I'm trying to say, there's a huge gap between what they say and what they actually do.
No, let me play devil's advocate here. Pointing out the obvious says the BJP is not communalizing it. It's your communal goggles that you have got on. Everything the Prime Minister says, you see in communal terms.
All through. All 23 days, he has not talked about any development, any futuristic agenda. He either entertained public or he talks about the things on the communal line.
That PM spoke against discrimination in development.
On the other side, Akhilesh
Why do you discriminate between development of
what he has done in past
Kabristan and Samsan? That is the issue. That even in ordering development, you see the community color. That is the problem.
We're going off tangent right now when the numbers are coming in. Atishi, just a quick comment before Rishabh gets the numbers. Right now, Atishi, the Congress has this, in the early trends is 21 to AAP 15. These are very early trends. Health warning. 1 minute, trying to get Atishi in. Atishi, go ahead. Sir, 1 minute. Atishi, just a quick comment on these very early health warning, early leads, but Congress 21 to AAP 15 in Punjab.
I think, Balkha, let's just wait for 1 more hour. I think that we all know that the early trends are often not very indicative. These are often postal ballots. I think one more hour and it will be very clear which direction Punjab is going in. As I said, we are very confident about Punjab that we are going to be forming the government there.
Okay, very quickly there on the left bottom of your screen are VIP candidates, those who are prominent, including Raghuraj Singh or as well as Pankaj Singh. As well as Rita Bahuguna Joshi, Prakash Singh Badal. We'll keep, in fact, Prakash Singh Badal leading in Lambi, as we see right now. And Punjab, I think more figures are coming right now. Iram Sharmila fought as an independent, is trailing right now. It's a debut in constitutional politics right now. I think, no, Lucknow can't, I think, Aparna Yadav is leading.
Yeah, that's Rita Bahuguna.
That means that has changed very quickly. Has changed very quickly. We were expecting Rita Bahuguna to do well. Rishabh Gulati joins us with the latest from the Punjab numbers. Rishabh, what do you have?
The numbers and could put them in a map for you. What is looking like in terms of numbers? The Congress 21, the Aam Aadmi Party 15. If I take this onto a map, as we're getting the figures coming in from there, this is what they're showing. I can tell you that the Aam Aadmi Party here is leading in Mansa, the Congress leading in the blue, and of course the light blue are still counting, and the BJP SAD still yet to open their account. One seat that they were leading in the north has now flipped again back into the too close to call for us. So this is what the map of Punjab is looking like right now. Athar, let's quickly look at the other quick numbers. UP, a lot more leads are solidifying here, and we're getting them in specifics. The BJP is shooting out ahead again. Too early to say whether this will hold or not, but the BJP is shooting out at 80, 31, 22 for the BSP, and the others are standing still at 1. That figure hasn't changed. Have a look at now, of course, Uttarakhand and Goa, two other crucial states we are tracking. Goa, the CM's constituency, I understand, went to the count first. BJP at 1, Congress at 2. These figures will change quickly. Also, Uttarakhand quickly, if you can bring up on your screens. This is what the numbers are looking like right now in Uttarakhand. BJP at 10, Congress at 8. If this holds, then it's the BJP government. But the Congress in Harish Rawat have made it a tough fight, which hasn't happened in that state for a very long time. Manipur is an interesting one. We've been showing you the leads, and I'll come back and do the leads in just a bit. Congress and others won, the others two still to open their accounts.
Right, those early indicators on the left side of your screen. Rita Bahuguna Joshi now trails in Lucknow. She started off well, she trails now. We have Javeer Shergill with us right now. Javeer is putting up the Punjab numbers on the screens as well as we speak, and the Punjab numbers are rapidly changing. Atishi Marlina says, wait one more hour and we will know the Congress party hasn't done enough. It's the beginning of the end of the Congress party, at least in Punjab there as well. If you see early trends right now, Congress currently at 21, AAP following close at 15, so there's not much there. It's dead heat if you ask me, Javeer.
Especially for this time, it's very, very early.
Very early.
We just don't
Whether
know.
she says wait 1 hour or 1 day, I'm sure Mr. Kejriwal's daydream of having a national presence in Indian politics is not going to get fulfilled this time around, and Punjab is definitely not going to offer him that platform. A Punjabi, being a Punjabi, a Punjabi will never vote for a non-Punjabi who doesn't have basic respect for the Punjabi community. Putting a broom next to our holy temple, Golden Temple,
that was a manufactured controversy, sir. No, Javeer, the AAP claims that was a manufactured controversy. He never meant it, etc., etc. But he's also promised, in case the Aam Aadmi Party wins, there will be a Punjabi from Punjab who will be Chief Minister. I think he's made that extremely clear.
Athar, I was on the rallies, and the spokesperson can contradict me. Last month, every rally, there was a nara, if you are voting, please think you are voting for Arvind Kejriwal. So the entire votes were asked in the name of Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, and please realize there has to be a reason they have not announced the Chief Minister's face. Mr. Chotepur was shown the door. When you ask them about Mr. Fulka, they are non-committal. So which Punjabi face, let her point out even one.
Let Atishi answer that. Atishi, why don't you take that? Of course, we have to keep our eye on the numbers, and we do not yet know whether this question will be relevant after 1 hour, because at the moment the Congress is leading in Punjab, but we're again underlining these are early days yet for trends. These are trends, not results. But Atishi, there's a fair question. These votes in Punjab were sought in the name of Kejriwal, a man from Haryana, as Amrinder Singh called him.
See, I think, Barkha, that there was a very clear support. There's a very clear, there's a very high popularity of Arvind Kejriwal in Punjab, and people have thronged to his rallies. They have come out and supported him, that there is a demand that Aam Aadmi Party comes to power. But it has been made very clear right from the beginning that a Punjabi will be the Chief Minister of Punjab. As for saying that, yes, Arvind Kejriwal has campaigned in Punjab, Arvind Kejriwal is extremely popular. Arvind Kejriwal is the national convener of our party. Every time we fight elections in any state, he will go out and campaign. So therefore, asking for votes in the name of Arvind Kejriwal or the work that has been done in Delhi is an electoral strategy.
That you borrowed from Mr. Modi.
The Chief Minister of Punjab will be an MLA from Punjab, and this is something we have made very clear.
That you borrowed from Mr. Modi, and then you criticize him for being a one-man party, a centralized power center. Then you go ahead and do the same thing everywhere. Now, is that the kind of clean, rhetoric-free politics we are talking about here, Atishi?
See, first of all, clean politics is a very different issue from the kind of electoral strategy that one has. In terms of an electoral strategy, every party chooses which leader to project, which leader not to project. For example, in Goa, where we had a very clear CM face, we projected a CM face. Elvis Gomes was the face of the party and the campaign in Goa. However, when that clear CM face did not exist in Punjab, we fought the elections in the name of the party and the national convener.
All right, fair enough.